Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So I'm going to be doing your love reading for the month of November 2016. It's the Gypsy Tarot spread. I'm just going to shuffle my cards out. Universe Spirit, what's coming in for Sagittarius for the month of November 2016 in love? Show me Sagittarius in love for the month of November 2016. Show me Sagittarius in love. Show me Sagittarius in love. Show me Sagittarius in love for the month of November 2016. Show me Sagittarius in love. Whoops, one card's just fallen down there. I'm sorry that the quality of the video, I mean, I bought this new webcam and it was £89. In dollars, I guess that's 100 and something dollars. Down to £60 it was. I guess that's something like $100 or something like that. But it's shit. Sorry. Absolute cack, you know, really disappointed with it. So I might just send it back. You know, I bought it because I love using the video camera. The actual cameras are the best thing to use when recording because they're clearer. But the problem is they take a long time to upload, and I've got a deadline to try and get these videos up. So it's really quite annoying when that happens. Anyway. Hey ho, at least I have something to record on. I have several things to record on, but I need to get these up in due course. So anyway, enough of me bloody rambling. 1 minute 32 seconds. Universe Spirit, let's start again. So, Universe Spirit, this is a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in terms of love in this 21 card reading? 21 card Gypsy Tarot reading for love. Show me Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for their love lives in the month of November 2016. Show me Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for their love lives in the month of November 2016. Show me. Right, so we've split the deck. We're going to collect it back up. I hope you guys can see this properly because it's getting a bit dark now, which is kind of annoying. Only a few hours of daylight, unfortunately, and we're going to start laying the cards from right to left. Right. Cool, so you can see that there. The problem. We'll move this out just slightly. It's a shame because the camera, you can see everything. You can see all the cards, but these webcams are difficult to get everything on the screen. So I have to just do the best that I can. You can see the bulk of everything, and I'll show you anything in full that you can't see properly. So we're just laying the cards right to left. You can always skip this bit if you want and just get to where I turn over the first card. Let's do. Okay. Let's see if we can move that all down a little bit. Okay, so there we go. Right, so let's have a look what's going on with some of you guys, Sun, Moon and Rising sign Sagittarius in terms of love. Let's have a look at your mental emotional states. We've got a Queen of Wands, and that, funnily enough, flipped out before. Some of you guys might be wanting to offer love mentally, emotionally to a fire sign individual. Queen of Wands is usually an Aries individual. Now, because it's a general reading, it doesn't matter. General readings, personal readings, Sagittarius. Queens and kings can be either sex, even in a personal situation, in a personal reading, because it's really according to what their zodiac sign is. So a Queen of Wands, we know, is an Aries individual. Okay, usually she's an Aries. Some people think she's a Leo. I always read her practically as an Aries, but it doesn't matter because this could be a fire sign. Queen of Wands in terms of love often means that I'm feeling really, really passionate because she's a really passionate female. All queens are based in water, okay, so they're all based in their emotions and they derive the things that they do from how they emotionally feel. So in terms of the Queen of Wands, she's a very kind of spiritual, sexual prowess type of individual. The Queen of Wands can also be confidence as well because she represents the word confidence. So if this isn't an individual here, it might be that mentally and emotionally you're feeling confident maybe to call someone because you've got the Judgment card and you've got Judgment and the Page of Cups. Now, Page of Cups is communication and Judgment is renewal. So for some of you guys, you might be wanting to renew something, or maybe somebody wants to renew something with you, Sagittarius, mentally and emotionally in the month of November 2016. But this can, yes, be a person here, Queen of Wands, okay? And funnily enough, you're Sagittarius, of course, this could be you. So potentially in the month of November 2016, you, Queen of Wands, if we're just going to read you, usually you would show up as a Knight of Wands though because you're Sagittarius, but if we're just doing this in terms of fire signs, maybe the passionate side of yourself wants to, with the Page of Cups, make a reconnection because you've got that Judgment card. Now the Page of Cups is a card about idealism, so it's looking at love in a very idealistic way, and it's all pages are young, so they're kids. So when you get a Page of Cups, it's almost like sending a text message to someone and say, would you come to Pizza Hut with me, or would you like to go along, go for a walk alongside a beach or something like that. So this Page of Cups here can be, mentally and emotionally. Maybe you're feeling quite dreamy about someone. Maybe for some of you guys, it's around a Queen of Wands. Maybe this is with the Judgment card. You're wanting to renew something because mentally, Judgment is to do with. It's like the Six of Cups, except that the Six of Cups is very nice, lovely thoughts about someone from the past. It's reminiscing. With Judgment, we want to bring those things back because Judgment means to bring alive again. Okay, it means a second chance. So mentally and emotionally, you might want a second chance. The Judgment card could potentially be around a person, a Queen of Wands card. Maybe mentally and emotionally, you want to call this individual. You feel like, mentally you're connecting. Also, the Page of Cups is a psychic connection. You see the fish in the cup. This represents his psychic abilities, that he's finally finding out how psychic he actually is as an individual. But because he's a page, he's just developing those psychic abilities. He's developing those emotional and spiritual and psychic connections. So it might be mentally in the month of November you're developing, or you feel that you're developing a psychic connection. We know the Queen of Wands is a very spiritual card, so maybe you feel that you're developing, or you're feeling with that Page of Cups, a psychic connection to someone. And maybe this is why with the Judgment card, it might be that you're dreaming about the person. It might be that your higher self is saying to you, the wake up call card, because Judgment means also to have a wake up call. Maybe I want to call this person. Maybe you just feel a connection with a particular person. Pretty sure it might be somebody that's been around you in the past, because we've got Judgment here. Okay, or it might be somebody around you in the present that you want to connect with, and your inner wisdom, your kind of that side of yourself that wants to make that connection could be saying with the Judgment card, I've got to make a judgment on this. So mentally, for some of you, you might be thinking to yourself, I've got to make a judgment on something. I feel connected with a particular person. I want to call them. I want to speak to them with the Page of Cups, because maybe with the Queen of Wands as well, you feel quite passionate around an individual. Let's have a look at what your present situation is. Well, it's the Magician, the Sun. Well, it's lovely. It's a really nice energy so far for you Sagittarians in the month of November 2016, because there could be the start of a relationship here, okay? Because you've got the Magician card. The Magician card in terms of love and relationships often means the start of something quite powerful. And this would really tally with the Page of Cups, because the Magician is based in thought, and it's based in ideas, and it's based in communication, okay? So when you get a Magician card, you see how he holds the wand up here? This is cause. the wand, and his hand pointing downwards is effect. So it's a cause and effect. We want to start something. We want to initiate something in order to get something. So it's really the card about initiating a new plan of action. And I feel that you have a plan of action in the month of November 2016. Partly I feel it's a new relationship. We've got the Magician card, which represents new, and the Sun card, which represents new relationships. And with the Chariot card, you're kind of determined to move forward with this. So these are really beautiful cards. If you look at the colours on these cards, they're yellows and they're reds and they're greens, and they're all really beautiful colours. Really, everything is beautiful so far in this reading. Really nice. So I feel that, in your personal situation, some of you guys in the month of November might be starting with that Magician, new relationship with the Sun, that you are determined, or you really want to push forward with that Chariot card. The Chariot card represents being confident, being pushy, being being in control, wanting to move forward with something, being determined, determination, being completely focused. So I feel for some of you guys there's a new relationship that comes in here potentially that you're wanting to push forward with, and this is why in the mental state you're feeling like a connection with this person with the Page of Cups, but it's also that drive mentally to contact them, to speak to them. And with the Judgment card, it could be you want to call them out of the blue. So if this is a new relationship, I feel that you possibly want to speak with this person, call them out of the blue with the Judgment card, act on your own, act on impulse. Often the Judgment card shows up when you just receive, I've had that card show up for me when I do my own readings, as you know, because it helps me learn the cards even more. Every reader should, no matter how advanced you are. I've been doing this for a few years now, so I feel that I'm pretty good at the tarot. So whether you're starting out, whether you're an intermediate reader, whether you're a very advanced reader of like 20 years or so, everybody I feel should do their own readings, because it helps you learn more and more about the cards. You never stop learning about the cards as a tarot reader. It's really important. So, the Judgment card for me, if I've done my own readings and this comes up, I know that, there's going to be something surprising, or I need to make a judgment on something. And often when this has come up, once I had this come up, and I had a cousin call me out of the blue saying stuff to me, and she was saying stuff that was making me question and make judgments on my own life. So it all kind of tied in together. So I feel that, mentally and emotionally, there might be somebody around you. This could be you, though, as well, the Queen of Wands. You want to contact someone, Page of Cups here. With the Judgment card, it's almost like you need to make a judgment if you're going to do something. So I feel that partly as well, there's the umming and the ahhing of should I or shouldn't I contact this person, because in the present situation, this with the Magician seems to be a new, exciting, powerful relationship. It looks really positive. It's new. It's vibrant. It's lovely with the Sun card, and you're really determined. But I feel that you don't want to be too pushy in a way, which is why it could be that mentally, with the Judgment card, you need to make a judgment on this, because you want to be pushy in your present situation, or somebody wants to be pushy with you, but it could be, but I don't know, I feel really passionate here as the Queen of Wands with this energy, or I might be feeling really passionate about this individual. I want to contact them mentally. I feel that a connection with them, and I just want to call them and speak to them. But with the Judgment card, mentally, that means I need to make a judgment on this, because even though I feel that I should, in my everyday life, I want to be pushy, but mentally, I need to make a judgment on that. The relationship is sweet with the Sun card in your everyday life, and you want to call this person because it's new and it's exciting and it's lovely. And with the startup of something quite powerful, you might be feeling really sexy about it, really passionate, really alive with that Queen of Wands energy. What's your hopes and desires for this relationship? Well, there you go. The Ace of Cups. Oh, the Ten of Cups. Oh, what's that? Well, I feel that the Five of Pentacles is not a bad card in this, because, Five of Pentacles, when you do tarot, Sagittarius, never, ever, ever look at those cards and say that they are just one way, because they're not. They're really, really not. That Five of Pentacles can mean support. And if you look at these two cards here, the Ten of Cups shows a really happy, lovely relationship. It shows a family who are together, and you go from an ace to a 10, and it means like a long-term relationship. It means that it starts off being the conception of love. You start opening up, you start falling in love. Your hopes and desires are that you're going to fall in love with the Ace of Cups, I feel, with this person. It's going to lead to like marriage with the Ten of Cups, because you've got the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is through thick and thin. Okay, I don't feel that this is kind of like a short-term thing. at all that you're hoping. Well, nobody would hope and desire if, if you've enter into a new relationship, and I see some of you guys here entering into a new relationship in the month of November 2016. If you're already in a new relationship, then things are looking really good here, I feel, because your hopes and desires will be that you there is an offer of love here. Ace of Cups usually means offer, but it usually means you fall in love. You're starting to fall in love. So I feel the hopes and desires will be that you start falling in love with this person starts falling in love with you. You start to build a permanent relationship with that Ten of Cups, and it leads to, being together through old age in a way, because the Five of Pentacles can mean that you're with someone through thick and through thin, in the good times and the bad. If you look at this card here, it sees two people together and they're supporting one another. So they're going through some really hard times together, but they're still together no matter what. So, we don't see any bad cards here at all. So I feel that this is a relationship that comes in. It looks really good. You're a little bit reticent about contacting them because we've got the Judgment card in your mental and emotional state. So mentally, you need to make a judgment. I want to move forward with the Chariot card. I want to be bold. I want to be confident enough just to push this thing along because it's new and it's exciting, and I feel really positive with it about the relationship with the Sun. Mentally, it could be around a Queen of Wands, but it could be mentally you're feeling really passionate and confident about the relationship, confident enough to call them, but you don't want to be too pushy because the Chariot shows that you want to push this thing forward real quick, but you need to make a judgment on this mentally and emotionally. And your hopes and desires are that, maybe with the Ace of Cups, this person feels the same way as you do, that you have a shared connection, you share something emotionally, and it's going to lead to a happy ever after in which you are together with that Five of Pentacles through thick and thin. What are your expectations over this relationship in the month of November 2016? Well, why are you expecting the Nine of Swords? You're expecting worry because you don't know what's going on, the Hermit. Or maybe this person's being a bit aloof with you. Well, we've got 3 number 9s all in a row, and that's not great. That really, really isn't great. When you get number 9s like that, and there are 3 of them, all in a row, it represents severe isolation in a reading. It really does. 3 number 9s is not good. Not good at all. Because you're worried. Maybe because you don't know something. With the Hermit card. The Hermit card represents often, I'm still searching, or I'm searching for the answers. So maybe you're searching for answers from this person. Maybe the Five of Pentacles then in your hopes and desires takes on a different meaning. Maybe what's happening here is with some of you guys, you've met someone in your personal situation. The Magician looks good. It's the startup of something amazing in terms of love. Or you have, thought-wise, some amazing ideas about this relationship. It looks really positive with the Sun card. And you want to move forward with it with the Chariot. Okay? We're going to do this 2 ways anyway. But for some of you guys, it will be a new relationship, I feel here. Mentally and emotionally, you're feeling really passionate as the Queen of Wands. Passionate enough to kind of extend your hand, connect with this person, be, demonstrative with the Page of Cups energy. But you need to make a judgment on this. Well, why do you need to make a judgment? Maybe with that Five of Pentacles in your hopes and desires, this says that you're feeling out in the cold or shut out from this individual. And what you're hoping is that this person will feel the same way that you do, and that, with that Ten of Cups, that things will, move forward and you'll come together and you'll unite. So I just get a sense here that for some of you guys, there's somebody very much on your mind, somebody that you want to be with. But for some of you, it might be that there's a little bit of aloofness potentially from that person. And that's kind of showing in the Five of Pentacles. And the fact that mentally you need to make a judgment on this with the Judgment card. Okay? It could possibly be showing with the Chariot as well. Because the Chariot can show a pretty aloof individual. And that could be a Cancerian individual if it is. 3 cards that show aloofness or give me signs of aloofness is the fact that mentally you need to make a judgment on whether to talk to someone or whether to make a call or whether to contact someone here. Could be a Queen of Wands, or it could be that, you're feeling really passionate about this person, you want to contact them, but you need to make a judgment. That's because maybe the relationship with the Magician, it's new. It looks really positive. But this person might not be as lovey-dovey with that Chariot as you are, because the Chariot is not a lovey-dovey card. This type of person here on the Chariot has other amours. They've got other people. They're a little bit of a party person, but they're very attractive and very charismatic, and they're easily, they'll easily draw you in. So, hopes and desires would be, well, I feel a little bit shut out, maybe. Five of Pentacles doesn't just mean through thick and thin. It can also mean that you're feeling shut out from another individual. So hopes and desires could be, well, I'm feeling shut out from this person, but I'm hoping that this person shares the same sentiment as me with the Ace of Cups, and that we'll come together and be happy. But what you're probably expecting then is, that there's going to be some worry here. Because the Hermit says, when it comes to loving the Hermit, this is somebody who can easily shut somebody out. You don't know what their moves are. You don't know what they're thinking. If you get somebody saying, well, how does somebody feel about me? And you get the Hermit, that Hermit person might be somebody who's thinking of something else. You don't really know what they're thinking of because they're in a world of their own. They seem to isolate themselves from a situation. So it might be that you're worried because this person seems to have isolated themselves from you. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it could be, I kind of feel single and alone. Nine of Pentacles is not a bad card to be alone with, but it can be somebody who's on their own and they're looking for love. So it also might be, I really like this person here, but what if they don't like me? I'm worried because what if I'm going to be on my own forever with that Hermit card? In my own little gilded cage without love. So I feel that there's somebody around you that you want to get to know. You might have been out on a few dates with them. You might have started something with them. But for some of you guys, it might be that somebody's being a little bit aloof. And you need to kind of make a judgment on whether you're going to contact them or whether you're going to speak to them. What's the hidden factors? It should show the hidden factors of this individual, actually. The Eight of Wands. The Ace of Swords. And the Three of Pentacles. So it could be with the Eight of Wands. We've got two communication cards here, and that's interesting in the Eight of Wands. As a hidden factor. Eight of Wands can mean that this person is firing arrows of love at you, but it doesn't look like that through the reading to me. But it could mean that this person might be all up in the air, because the Eight of Wands often means somebody who's all over the place. Maybe they're trying to find some mental clarity on the situation. Maybe they'll contact you. Maybe a message is coming your way, and they're going to contact you with the Ace of Swords, and there'll be a meeting with the Three of Pentacles. That could be one scenario for what's going on behind the scenes. The other scenario could be that they're all up in the air with that Eight of Wands. They've got a lot of ideas going on, and they need to kind of clarify what they want, because maybe there's a third party involved with that Three of Pentacles. Let's have a look at what happens in the immediate future in terms of this situation. Oh, offer of love, Knight of Cups. That's lovely. Oh, Two of Cups. Oh my God. Jeez. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely, Sagittarius. That's beautiful. Please be a good card, please. Yes! Da, 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 da. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. So this person does like you. They do. I feel that what's possibly happening is who knows? This person's probably away. Eight of Wands can be somebody who's travelling. They could be away. And maybe they're going to contact you with the Ace of Swords, and they're going to say, let's go for a meal. Maybe this is you and him. Or, you and him and you, him and him, her and her, whatever it is. Maybe you're standing at a restaurant. Three of Pentacles can be anything. It can be where you're waiting. You're saying to a waitress, how long do we have to wait for our table? That type of thing. So it could be that the hidden factors is that this person here is geared up to send you a message with that Eight of Wands. They might be away with that, and they're going to communicate with you. Ace of Swords can be communication. It gives you your clarity, you see. So it could be that they're going to communicate with you and invite you with that Three of Pentacles out for a meal. And in the immediate future, it shows that they want to declare something to you because they feel the same as you do, the Two of Cups. They're declaring how they feel about you, and they're saying, over a drink, yeah, I really, really like you. And maybe in the immediate future, there is the potential for something long-term here to go ahead. And let's have a look at what the overall outcome is. Please, please don't fuck me over on this overall outcome, man. Jeez. Keeps doing this on readings. We get really good readings, and the overall outcome is what the fuck. Oh, Empress. Please, please. Oh, King of Cups. Lovely. And Page of Swords. Okay. I feel that this is, in the overall outcome, exceptional because you've got an Empress here, and an Empress means um, that love can grow. It's a fertile card. It's a card about love can develop. Number threes usually represent developments in relationships, and when you get an Empress, what are you? You're Sagittarius. Okay, you don't represent the Empress as a zodiac sign. Zodiac signs are Empress is Taurus, Libra, or Leo, but it doesn't matter. This is you, the Empress, probably feeling lovely, probably feeling really, really good. But it says that to me, in the overall outcome, this relationship has real potential for growth because that's what the Empress is. It's represented by the zodiac, the planet of Venus, the planet of love, where it's shared attractions. It's two people or who come together and they start to really kind of build a relationship together. It's real love, real kind of commonality. It's being together. It's a burgeoning romance. It's where the romance will start to really grow because this is what the Empress is. The Empress is about comfort and love and sexuality and attractivity, and you know, this person in the overall outcome will find you attractive, and they'll also find the idea, I feel, attractive of they'll find the idea of a growing relationship with you attractive. And with that King of Cups, I feel that there'll be a shared understanding, but there'll be the need with the Page of Swords to have more exploration, I would say, of the relationship. Page of Swords is often a spy, and it represents the need for more more information. But it's also the card of communication as well, and communicating how we feel. So it's you know, to me, this is something that's being initiated in the overall outcome. It's a really fantastic reading. Really beautiful reading. I feel definitely with that Empress card, this is growth. This relationship really does have the potential to grow quite beautifully. And I feel that there'll be growth with the Empress in your understanding, in your understanding of one another with that King of Cups. And who knows, potentially, I mean, you know, how far ahead can we look with readings, basically, you know, because Page of Swords can be a child, but the Page of Swords is really about new ideas that one is wishing to initiate. So I can see how this would work and how, you know, this train of the overall outcome with that Empress, the growth of the relationship in which there is a shared understanding with that King of Cups, and also a feeling of emotional contentment in which you will now be feeling far more confident to start kind of putting forward new ideas, i.e. let's go away for Christmas, or you know, let's go and see a play tonight. You're going to be feeling, because here you're feeling trepidatious about this individual because of the Judgment card. You're feeling really kind of like, let's start again with the reading, Sagittarius. I absolutely love this reading. Really, really like it. A great deal. Really good. Mentally and emotionally, in your love lives in November, for some of you guys, you know, Queen of Wands, that could be you. Okay, you're feeling confident and sexy and lovely, and mentally you're feeling probably a shared connection with another Page of Cups, and you're wanting to demonstrate this and say something to an individual. Could be that there is a Queen of Wands around you, could be a fire sign person as well, same as you, Sagittarius, but there's someone around you, or you're feeling like this and you're wanting to communicate with this person with the Page of Cups. Mentally, you might be having a psychic, or feeling that there's a real psychic connection, because the Page of Cups is all about building your psychic abilities as well, and you're, you know, he's the student, remember, before the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is to build, King of Cups is to know. So the Page of Cups is just starting to develop his abilities. And I feel that this is just the start. Mentally and emotionally, it's just the start of something that's developing for you in terms of your intuition around this relationship. But because it's a page, there's a certain idealism that comes with the page. So in a way, it can be, I'm not quite sure. I want to communicate with this person, but I'm not quite sure. And that's where the Judgment card comes in, because you're just not sure whether you should kind of, you know, do this. So you need to make a judgment, I feel, on whether you're going to communicate with a particular person, because it could be with the Queen of Wands. You might feel that this person's out of your league. She is a very, very confident individual. I mean, she's very attractive, highly attractive. And I'm not saying you guys are pigs or anything, but what I'm saying is it might be somebody who's amazing that comes into your life in November, or even before that, slightly before that, and you're just kind of like, I really like this person. I'm really, really drawn to them. Page of Cups means to be drawn to something because he's drawn to the fish. The fish is a symbol of being quite psychic. So I'm really drawn to this individual, but I need to make a judgment on whether I'm going to, say something or, call this person. And that's because in the present situation for some of you guys, there's the start of something quite powerful, also on a very psychic connection. You have a psychic connection or a mental connection with an individual. You're really connecting with them. It's not a sexual thing. It's more a psychic or a mental thing that you have with this individual. And it seems quite positive with the Sun, but maybe, from you must have spoken with this person, or if you haven't spoken with this person, they'll, there's something very strong. There's a connection between the both of you, I feel. Even if you haven't spoken properly to them, it could be in a workplace environment, you like the person. Could be anywhere, you could have already been out on a few dates with them, but you really like someone here. You feel really drawn to them, I feel, with that Magician and that Sun card, especially on a mental level. And with the Chariot card, it could either be that this person, this might be the individual here, because King of Cups can also be a Cancerian as well as the Chariot. He's usually Scorpio, though, but, that's not what we're saying here. Well, all I'm simply saying is there's somebody that you're mentally very drawn to, very, very drawn to them, but you can't quite call it because judgment is in your mental and emotional state, and you're kind of like, I need to make a judgment on whether I'm going to speak to this person, because you got the Page of Cups, and the page is underdeveloped. Even though he's starting to develop his abilities, he's still a little bit uncertain, as we all are when we're that age. We're all a little bit uncertain. When you get pages coming up in such situations, like a mental state for me, it's about having a certain romanticism, but can you be sure about what you feel romantically, because it's not 100% fact, is it? So there's a certain uncertainty, I feel, around contacting someone, speaking to someone. You feel that connection. Does that other person feel it? You feel very strong, because in your present situation, the Magician, strong mental attraction, strong magnetism to this individual. It's making you feel really good with the Sun card. But this person might be, if this is the person here, the Chariot individual, it might be that they're a little bit aloof in terms of the romantic way. It might be that you're completely drawn to them, maybe because of the way that they look, their athleticism. Chariot individuals usually quite well built if it's a male. Beautiful athletic body, really good looking, that type of thing. If it's a female, really confident, really this. And this would tally up probably with the Queen of Wands character. So there's a real positivity around this person, but it might be there's something about them that's a little bit aloof, because in your desires, in your hopes and desires, it could be one of two things. It could be that, you feel that your feelings are what's the word? It could be that in your hopes and desires with the Ace of Cups, you're hoping that they share how you feel. That they would respond to how you feel as much as you respond to how they are. So it's a shared connection shared emotional, spiritual, psychic connection between the both of you that's going to lead to, happy ever after with that Ten of Cups, and maybe with the Five of Pentacles, long term. It's almost like you're seeing your life all the way through with this individual. It's almost like I'm seeing a soulmate relationship here. You feel that you've got a soulmate relationship with a particular person, Sagittarius. For some of you guys, if this person's a little bit aloof, as the Chariot individual, a little bit difficult to kind of pin down, because maybe there's other people that are interested in them. It could be that your hopes and desires will be that, you feel a little bit shut out from this person, and you're hoping that this person feels exactly the same way that you do with that Ace of Cups, and that it's going to lead on to something more with the Ten of Cups. But what you're expecting is to be upset, because maybe with the Hermit this person's a little bit aloof, and with the Nine of Pentacles you kind of feel alone. For some of you guys it might be, I'm expecting to be alone. No, this person's not interested in me, because it already looks like you've really built something up around a particular person. But because they're not responding in the way that you want them to respond, it could be, no, I'm worrying because I don't know what's going on with the Hermit card. It could be that you feel that the person is the Hermit, that they're alone, but that they isolate themselves from you. Or it could be that you're worried that you're going to be the Hermit, because maybe with the Nine of Pentacles you're single. Or maybe, you know what I mean, you've got a lifestyle that doesn't have love. You've got everything you want, but except for love. So, you're expecting not really to be with this person. It's almost like you feel, even if you have dated this person for a bit, it's almost like you feel that it's a little bit of a fantasy with this person. You'd love all of it, because we've got all these wonderful cup cards showing up, and all of these wonderful mental cards showing up, like the Magician and the Page of Cups. But it's almost like you're not expecting something, because in your mental and emotional state, you're wondering if you should be contacting this person. You need to make a judgment on, you know, even if it's not contacting, you need to make a judgment on this Page of Cups. Because the Page of Cups can be flimsy at the same time. It can be, you know, I feel a psychic connection, but, you know, I'm just developing this. This is just developing, and I'm not sure whether this is the right thing. But in the hidden factors, I feel that this person, possibly with the Eight of Wands, they are feeling the same sort of thing. Because the Eight of Wands also means attraction and to attract. So their feelings might be just as intense as yours. Sometimes the Eight of Wands is where things are being sent all over the place. You're sending the vibrations of love, but you're not seeing it, because maybe in your expectations you're expecting, no, this person's too good, or, you know, no, they don't want me, or they don't like me because they don't see me, or they don't notice me, or whatever, you know. But this person in the hidden factors, I feel the Eight of Wands is saying that, you know, they're feeling the same. They've got these feelings that are all over the place, and they want to communicate with you with this Ace of Swords. Perhaps invite you with that Three of Pentacles out on a date. In the immediate future, they probably will invite you out on a date for some of you guys, because you've got the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups means to invite. The Two of Cups, a date, in which there might be potential for something long-term here. So to me, it looks like some of you guys might be invited out on a date from someone who you didn't expect to get invited out on a date with in the month of November 2016. And the outcome shows the Empress, and the Empress is, this relationship has the potential for growth, where there is a shared connection with the King of Cups, and where with the Page of Swords, you can kind of be communicatively open. Because the Page of Swords means to be open, even though it can be seen in terms of communication and messages as being delayed or disappointing messages, not all the time. Because the Page of the Page of Swords is young, and he speaks his truth. That's what the Page of Swords does. He speaks the truth. He says what's on his mind. So there's no way I could read this as a negative card, because we've got too many good cards that show up to say this is a negative. It's not. I feel that this relationship could develop, in which you're going to feel comfortable enough with that King of Cups energy to be open and honest with the Page of Swords energy for the month of November. That is a smashing reading, Sagittarius. Whew, thank God somebody's love reading turned up well. Some of these love readings can be, like, I'm just waiting with bated breath, you know, to see what the outcome is, because sometimes you get good readings and the outcome's a bit shit, but it's really good reading all the way through. And I'd just say, for some of you guys who are in a position this month, in the month of November, where you're thinking, does he like me, doesn't he like me, it could well be that somebody, or does she like me, does she not like me, it could well be that this person is just being occupied. So the Eight of Wands in the hidden factor can actually mean that he's probably occupied, he or she is probably occupied, because the Eight of Wands means busy. So this person might be really, really busy, but they want to communicate something to you. If this is in the workplace, they might want to communicate something to you in the workplace. They might want to communicate something and offer you out on a date with that Three of Pentacles. And it could be that there's a breakthrough here. Could be that in the hidden factors, what you're not seeing right now is that there is a breakthrough. Eight of Wands, messages are coming your way. There'll be a breakthrough, and you'll go out for a meal or something like that. But we do see, it's kind of confirmed, I feel, in the immediate future, where there's an offer, Two of Cups, for a date, in which there is the potential, something realistic starts to open up here with the Ace of Pentacles, and the Empress card is, you know, potential for something to grow here, because you're both feeling quite emotionally contented with one another. There's an emotional understanding going on here, in which there is the ability to freely express something and to start the ball rolling with that Page of Swords, which is what the Page of Swords often does. That's your 21 card love reading, Sagittarius, for the month of November 2016. I would like to say thank you very, very much for using Carol's Universe for your 21 card love reading, and I will see you guys. You should have your general reading next door, okay? Remember, it's a general reading, okay? So love and generals are different, all right? Even if something does crop up with love and it's different, that's your general reading. Everybody's situation is different, so some readings will not tally with others, okay? Simple as that. It doesn't have to be the same as your general, all right? Everybody's life story is different, and some people will resonate with one reading, some people will resonate with another. Just depends. Okay, take care, guys. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.